Hi guys, it's Gina Martin, Realtor, and I wanted to do a live post real quick. Sitting out here trying to enjoy this beautiful day because I'm sure we're not going to have too many yet. So enjoy the day if you can because I think it's going to get cold. I had some issues this month with for sale by owners, where one I had the listing and the other one I had the buyer, and I just want to share those and why it's important to have an agent working with you when you go to sell or buy. And my first issue was in the Kokomo area, and I had gotten this house that a guy had remodeled, and it was for sale by owner with him, but he decided to list with me because he wanted to get it sold. And so I list the house, we get an offer, a good offer, he's going to accept it. Well, some paperwork comes up, and this house has liens on it, and I'm not talking one or two liens. I'm talking this guy is going to have to pay off $65,000 to sell this house. The house wasn't even worth $65,000. And so we got to looking back at the liens, and I'm asking him, you know, how are all these liens on this house? And most of them weren't even in his name. He had bought this house from another guy, never used an agent, just did a quit claim deed, signed it over him. Well, before that guy had done the same thing. He had just bought the house from a for sale by owner, didn't use an agent, and they did a quit claim deed. All these liens were not cleared off, and they would get a lien on it from the next guy and a lien on it from the next guy, or multiples, and they don't get cleared off. So it attaches to the house and it follows the house. So when he went to sell it, he had $65,000 worth of liens on this house, and they don't clear off for several years. So of course we had to pull his house off the market, and now he's just sitting with it, and he can't sell it until those are all cleared off. Another one I just had, this just happened to me over the weekend. I had a buyer on a really nice house in Peru, Indiana. We had put an offer in on this house. We were negotiating inspections, and it was all looking good. Well, the paperwork comes back that the previous sellers, not the people that own the home that we were buying it from, the previous sellers had mineral water or mineral gas and oil rights to the house. So I don't know about you, but I'm not going to buy a property that I don't have full control of, that somebody else has the mineral oil and gas rights to. So, looking in to see how that attached, it was the seller who we were buying off of had bought the house from a farmer who sold it for sale by owner, and she had no idea that those rights were attached to the property. So of course the deal fell through. My buyer doesn't want the property unless those rights are removed. It just happens to be that the guy that has those mineral gas and oil rights has passed away, so his family is in control of the trust. They don't all get along, and a couple of them didn't want the mom to sell the house to begin with, which she already did. So they're fighting, and they will not take those rights off that property. So what's that seller going to do? That seller's maybe can't move unless she finds someone that's okay with those rights on there. She may have to take a huge cut on her property, which no one wants to do that, especially in this market when we're getting top price for properties right now in this market. But who's going to want her property that she's trying to sell so she can move because someone else has rights to the ground? So that's two examples of consequences of selling on your own or buying a house without an agent. And a lot of sellers think that they're not going to pay an agent if they try to sell the house themselves, which is another misconception, because agents aren't going to show your house unless you're paying some kind of commission. They're not going to come in and do the work and bring a buyer through your house and stuff for free. So, and also to the buyer, if you think it's okay or cool to go look at a house that a seller has for sale by owner without an agent, who's being represented, or who's representing you? If a buyer or an agent is bringing in a buyer to your house as a seller, that buyer is being represented by an agent. You're selling on your own. You're not being represented. You're emotionally attached to your house, so your negotiations probably aren't going to be really good, because you're negotiating on emotion. The agent is bringing in the buyer, so she has experience. If she's selling houses every day, she's got experience in negotiations. She's going to be working for her buyer, representing her buyer, and you're going to be stuck on your own representing yourself. So that's really not a good situation to be in. Besides the issues that I gave you that arise frequently, those were just a couple of big ones that I wanted to get out there. If you're selling by owner, you think you're saving your money as well, but in this market, there seems to be a lot more for sell by owners, and I think that's because they know it's a seller's market, and they're possibly going to get more, but it's actually not true, because you're missing the thousands of agents that would be working for you and getting multiple buyers to your house that actually would drive your price up. When you're just getting drive-bys and such, you're not driving your price up or anything, and people know that you're not paying a commission, so they're trying to get a discount on the transaction, because they know you're not paying anybody, so they're going to get a bargain on your house. So just a couple things I wanted to throw out there today. Live on Facebook, woohoo! Also want to throw out there, if you go to my Facebook page, Gina Martin Realtor, I know everyone's liking the farmhouse decor. I have a big contest going on right now that will be hopefully only a couple weeks, but it's that or 200 likes. You get a big farm suite farm picture for a big wall in your house. So check that out on Gina Martin Realtor Facebook page. All you have to do is like the page, share the post, and then put done in the comments, and that's it. So if you know anybody that likes farm decor, send them over to my page. How many people right now that are watching this, do you know any for sale by owners right now? If you do, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it that if you would share this information. I would love to talk to any for sale by owner. We're trying to get the inventory up. The housing inventory is just really sucking right now, and I have buyers that are waiting for houses to come on the market because they can't find what they want. So at least talk to a realtor. You don't know what you can get for your house, and you don't know what they're going to charge unless you talk to them, and you don't know the real answers that you might need. Unless you talk to a realtor, they're not going to force you to sign anything, and you don't have to accept any offer that you don't want to accept. So my number is 765-210-5582. If you'd like to talk to me, ask me questions. I'll come right to your house and sit at your kitchen table and ask you questions or help you out with anything you need. Just give me a call, and send anyone and everyone to my page, Gina Martin Realtor on Facebook, and they can keep up with all my informational videos and live Facebook posts. Thank you guys. Have a